All right, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome back to another video with your boy Abe Shaw. It's so funny, bro, because I was torn between like how I was gonna actually bring my first video back on YouTube. I was either gonna do some cliche, gym video, starting the year off in the gym, starting the year off like the same typical like motivational video. But honestly, I was like, you know what? I don't even feel like doing all that. I'm still gonna probably do that video later on for myself, just behind the scene vlog. But this video, I'm like, you know what? Let's get into it. Let's get into what we all really care about. What, as far as I know, my community is like the trading community, what I teach, what I live, breathe, sleep, everything, which is trading, right? So 2025 is officially over. This is my official 2026 video. Today I'm thinking about going over kind of like I haven't even went over like I haven't even done no for real analysis of what I'm looking for this year. Usually there's like a big video that I do at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year, kind of like my reflection of what I'm expecting to see the markets do this year. Overall, like my favorite pairs that I'm trading this year, like what I'm focusing on and all that. So I'm kind of gonna do that in this video. I'm probably gonna do that for one pair. And then for all my academy students, I will be going over all of the pairs I trade that have been trading the last quarter. And then like just in general all last year, which is US 30, NAS 100, and gold. I think today I'm gonna focus on which one I want to give y'all? We can do Nas. We can do Nas. So for my futures trader, that is the equivalent. Nas 100 is NQ. So we're gonna focus on Nas today. Let's actually hop on the charts now. Let's hop straight on the charts now. At first, I was gonna cause I was kind of torn. I was about to actually record my actual academy training video right now, like going over all the strategies and stuff, like everything that I've been paying attention to with how the different price action been moving, as well as what I know is that's about to get ready to happen as we get into January, February, March, April. I was like, I was about to damn near drop that video on here, but I was like, no, you know what? No, that's Academy exclusives. But what I'm about to give you right now is still about to be pretty fire. And I know it's a lot of people that trade NQ. Like when I be on Instagram threads, I'm gonna actually start posting more Instagram threads along with my Tesla profits and stuff over there. So if you follow me on there, be on the lookout for those like posts and stuff. I'm gonna start being more engaging over there. Every now and then I come in there and pop out, uh, but not as much as I have in the beginning of the year. All right, so a couple of things. Overall, let's just reflect. Let's look back and just pay attention to what has the market been doing in the month of December. So as you can see, month of December, we started off, let's rewind, come all the way over here. As you can see, we started off the highs, then it started creating sideways market consolidation. Then it started trending for the downtrend, beautiful downtrends. There has been a lot of choppiness, right? It's a reason why people take December off and they wait until January, February, March before they hop back on the charts. So that's because the market, typically strategies that we use throughout the year, once December comes, low volume enters, a lot of people pull their money out. There's less traders, and that can cause the market to act a little weird. For me personally, the market has been going perfect. It's been crazy for NQ, for YM, for Go, right? But like I said, I'm gonna focus on just strictly Nas 100, aka NQ. Oh, sign up before as I continue to go into this. Two things. I'm posting on the free chat, so I'm gonna add the free chat under this video. Free chat is gonna be there. And then I also, for those that don't know, if you haven't followed me on Instagram and you've been living under a rock, your boy has brought back the Signal chat. So anybody that used to be a member, or if you're an Academy member, you have access to the Signal chat. There's only going to be two chats this time, US 30 and NAS 100. And it's going to be specifically me calling trades, as well as I'm going to be having the AI send out alerts based on the strategies that I teach you guys in the Academy. I'll talk about that a little bit later on in this video, or actually in the Academy, I'll talk about that for you guys as well. Back to the video. All right, so NAS 100, how it's been pretty much moving. I can come on here and talk about fibs. I gave you my fib strategy. I can come on here and talk about that, but I really want to stress the importance of, if you're a beginner watching this, beginner to advanced, it really doesn't even matter. I want to stress the importance of just understanding the trend of the day, and not only just understanding the trend of the day, understanding the entries that we want to take. One thing that I've critiqued this year, that it's so funny. I used to teach a strategy, which was the zone breakout strategy, for all of my pairs. Like zone breakout strategy was my favorite strategy to teach, right? We find us a zone. So let's say, aka when the market start ranging, when the market start going in the sideways market, we find us a zone. The moment it breaks out of the zone, we look for sell entries out the breakout if we're going for sales, and then also buy entries for the buys or break out the buy. Lately, though, month of December, I think earlier around like between May to August, it was a weird period where the zone breakouts wasn't really working as strongly. But instead, the strategy that's gonna always, for the most part, be most consistent, and I say most people will probably be like, "Oh, bro, ain't no strategy most consistent." This one is most consistent because you're following the trend, and that's why I said in the beginning this year on YouTube and I think on my Instagram, if you can understand what lower highs are and lower lows are, that's going to be your bread and butter. That all you need to worry about. Because if once you understand what a lower high is, aka a pullback, so if the market is going in a downtrend, right? So this is a sell-off, the market drop. Now all we do is wait for a retest. That's the difference. Instead of just entering straight off momentum, I'm waiting for a pullback or I'm waiting for a retest back to the zone, and then I'm entering off of this lower high and I'm catching this big move. So for those that traded on Friday, January 2nd, that's the exact storyline that happened over here, right? The market sold off, it pulled back, came back to the same previous high, then it sold off. Let's say you missed this entry right here. I'm gonna bring this zone down just a tad bit more. Come to, it's so funny because like this thing just dropped. I trade on the lower time frames now because I'm sniper on the entries, and obviously I'm risking all my trades. But for a sake, let's say I missed this entry right here. This is the pullback I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the market to show me that it's giving me a lower high. The moment it does not close above this candlestick right here, I get a bearish engulfing candlestick. And for those that don't know, a bearish engulfing candlestick is a candlestick that closes below the previous bullish candlestick. So if it closes and it engulfs the previous bullish candlesticks, that's your first indication that the market is going for the sales. Depending on how much you trust your pair, I'm taking it the sell entry rate off of this. Some people actually wait for the close and actually enter off of this candlestick right here, right? Both trades are valid. Stop loss will be above the highs, right? So literally, if you understand this trend, this video isn't going to be me teaching y'all lower highs and higher lows. I guess I can do a quick one, but I actually do have another video that I probably just tag over here, tag at the end of this video or something, or you'll just have to literally search my YouTube channel back to that video because that was a good video that I did record on that. But lower highs are areas where the market pulls back before it drops again for the continue of the downtrend. So we're in a downtrend, it pulls back and it takes off. This is the lower high area. It drops, it pulls back. It's sold right here. So this area is letting you know already that this is an area of interest. So we're not surprised when it comes back here again. This is the lower high area, right? So this is where we take sales. We do not take sales after the move already happened. We do not take sales when NAS 100 has already taken off. So let's say it starts selling here. Boom, this sale happened. I refuse. I don't care how good this momentum look. I refuse to take sales on here. Instead of taking sales because the momentum is looking good, the way I teach in my academy and the way I'm teaching y'all now, this is, in my eyes, this is a full retest back to the previous support level from last night's Tokyo session. So instead of looking for sales, in order for me to take sales on NAS 100, NAS needs to close under this zone and really push out with momentum. The same momentum that we saw here. If not, I have a higher probability of taking buys right here just off the strength that I know this was the buy area from Tokyo session the previous night before. So whenever I play on this, it's a no-brainer. I'm not surprised that this trade took off for the buys, right? And it's beautiful because now I get to show y'all both ways of it. So this is just off the dome, just knowing off the price action, understanding how the market structure move. We're back at the key support from Tokyo. It's sold off from New York. Bet. I take buys here. This is a calm 196 points on NQ. This is a calm 1900 pips on NAS 100 for those that just trade like on the forward side of things with the indices, right? This is a calm, right? This is a calm. Let me see if I can go to Enki real quick because I can actually show y'all the position what we would have made on this trade right here. So if I rewind this back and I'm entering off of this support level right here, let's say I just do, I'm not even gonna do 2 contract. I'm just, let's say I do 1 contract. Showing out about it to the stop loss will be right under this zone, right? So I'll be risking $800. But as the trade goes in profit, then you can adjust, right? So let's say that's my entry. As you can see, 1 candlestick, I'm already deep in profit. So the trailing would have been set here at the time. Obviously, it's running to that TP target. As it's running, you choose how much you want to scale up on the trade, right? So let's say I just leave it right there. TP smash. Now, this is the beauty about it, right? So remember how I said, if I'm looking for sales, I'm not taking sales down here. I'm going to wait for that pullback. I'm going to wait for that retest, right? So let me show y'all. This is the last previous support, right? 6:30 a.m., 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. This was the last support area, last range that the market took off for the buys. Boom, we get into New York, we get into opening bell. It dumps and it sells. This is the candlestick that sold to. Boom. And this will cause the sales. This could have been news. I don't care. I'm just showing you from a technical standpoint as of right now. All right. This area is the last lower high, right? Because this is a lower high right here. It sold, it pulled back, which made this area a lower high structure right here. All I need for my confirmation, right? I use multiple confirmations, but let's say for this sake, you could choose to take the cross, which will be a 5-minute cross, or if you understand bearish candlesticks, you can take sales right here. So for me, this is a pullback. This is the lower high area that I want to look for. Let's say I take sales here. Take 1 sell entry, sell contract. Stop loss will be above the previous low. I mean, previous lower high stretcher. I'm sorry. Obviously, depending on your risk tolerance, you can risk it. Obviously, this depending on how much you have in your balance, all of these variables matter. If you want a tight stop loss, if you're a scalper, if you're like, I don't want to risk this much trade, cool. You could potentially make your stop loss at 550, but also keep in mind the way NQ moves, it could potentially wick you out and then take off. So I'm gonna run play just to show you a scenario. If you did make it this tight, it might play out for the best, it might not. So it did play out. Cool. You up 15, you move your trailing to break even, or you keep your stop loss even tighter, however you choose to do it. We run play. I don't know why I try to play around like that. Trailing got hit, right? But this is why students, y'all know, we talk about take profit, secure it. But in this scenario here, if this was the sell that I wanted to catch, right? So if this was the pullback that I was waiting on, I'm taking this sell. And for people that's, I just thought about something. I'm gonna talk about that later. For people that's doing combines, for my people that's trading with TouchStep, for my people that's trading with LTMO, whatever trading platform that you're using for challenges. But let's say the 50K TouchStep, 50K challenge, all you need to make is 1,500 per trade to pass a combine, right? That's all you need. Stop loss. So if that's the case, I wouldn't even risk this because stop the trailing. The most you can lose on the TouchStep account is 2,000, right? So saying stop loss 550, TP 1,500. You already out of the trade. So even if that pullback would have came back, that's the point of being disciplined and taking profit instead of trying to be greedy and going for the home run. Depending on your account sizes and stuff like that, that changes the thing. So like if I'm being aggressive, if I'm looking for an overall continuation, then yes, that'll be a sell I'll look to hold. But that's gonna be a whole nother combo within itself. So let's get out of this real quick. So I'm just showing that was a quick of me. It wasn't really quick, but that was an example of me showing you how being patient and waiting for those lower highs, higher low setups. So this was a downtrend, so that's why I went based off of lower highs. If I was in an uptrend, I'm taking higher low entries, aka it's just the opposite. It literally just flips. So the market took off for buys. I want to see if I can find a cleaner entry. It's just been so choppy lately that you really got to be on it. This is kind of one right here. It's just so ugly. All right, so this was the area that took off for buys. Boom. Once it pulls back to the zone, or once it pulls back to an area that I'm like, okay, you pulled back enough in our range. AKA, this is when you bring out them fibs. But let's say you bring out the fibs and you just focus on the zone. Once it pulls back and it respects this zone. It closes above the zone. This lets me know this is a higher low entry, and I take buys here. My TP targets will be back to this stretcher right here, because this is the, as you can see, this was the last support that started to sell, and then it like bounced off of the buys, and then it finally broke this structure again. So this area, sometimes I put it at the wick, sometimes I actually put it at the body of the candle. And it makes sense because when we come over to the left, so this is my first target. Second target would be up here. Third target will obviously just be back to this high. But for choppiness sake, as you can see, it started getting choppy because this was the area that it just broke out of. So it wanted to play around, it wanted to wait people out, it wanted to consolidate before it actually did take off to hit this level, and then take off to hit this level. And you can see once again, once it came back to a key for a high structure, as long as you're patient, as long as you're not rushing it. When we talk about swing trades and we talk about main moves, like, Abe, how do you have these big trading days? How do you see the market? It's because I'm patient. It's because I'm waiting for what is the main high probability setup. I do trade day to day now. I am trading more daily from a scalper perspective, just getting in and out of the moves. I've been having fun trading during Tokyo session as well. I'm going to be trading Tokyo a lot. Also, I have people been hearing about silver. The way silver has been moving, that's another pair. So silver, gold, NOS 100, US 30. That's like my, and Germany 40. I got 5 pairs I'm really trading. Germany 40 is for long-term swing trading purposes only. The other ones, scalpers, and then obviously the day trading stuff. But focus, focus. NOS 100. So when you're focusing on just trading with the trend and you're not worrying about a strategy, if you're just waiting for pullbacks, it's going to be beautiful for you, because in the long term, when the market is trending, you have what you're looking for. It's not that complicated. Don't overcomplicate it. The only time the strategy, or like trying to trade with the trend or dealing with the pullbacks and stuff, the only time I get a little choppy potentially is when we're in a sideways market, right? But that kind of takes me to my next point, right? And I'm gonna actually stop sharing my screen, come full screen with y'all. That kind of takes me to my next point, which is these next couple of months, the volatility is coming back. So when the volatility comes back in the market, when the market actually starts to trend, it's more funny, because now not only do we take the same quantity setups, but now we have more volume. Now we have trades. Now it's going to be from October, December. We've been just ranging between like 700 pips. It's like 500, 700 pips for a good trade. Sometimes you get a 1,200 pip move. Sometimes if it's news or some random stuff, then you'll get that breakout for 2,000, 3,000 pips, like a move on Friday, a trade on Friday. How volatile that junk just dropped. That's just a taste of what's to come for these next couple months, right? Like that's gonna be so far. Like it's gonna be so far. So let me share my screen again so I can show y'all. Um, we can go back to January of, if it load up. Thank you. Of last year. Let's just reflect. We show you how volatile it started getting. So all right, so this is the beginning of the year. I don't trade the first week. I usually wait till the second week because obviously it's NFP. As you can see here, boom. It's kind of, it's so funny. Look, last year around this time, 4,000 pips. Just peep the volume. Let's come into Monday, the next week, 2,000 pips. Look at the volume. Just pay attention. 2,000 pips. So you're gonna have the opportunities to catch bigger moves. So whereas like now is like more so, there's no reason I should be seeing anybody talking about taking 10 trades, 5 trades. Hey, when is the next setup? We got one big move. 2,000 pips. Catch your money and get out of there. Get your bag and get out of there. We're not risking our profits unless you want to. But take, like, if I, let's say I have on the low end 5K there, right? On the funded account challenges. I mean on the funded my special accounts. Let's say I have 5K there. I'm not gonna risk 1,000. I don't even risk 1,000 now. I really only really risking like 500 to 250 per trades, but my entries be so on point. That's why I can do it like that. But yeah, so like let's say I make 5,000 on a day. I'm not risking 2,500 on a trade, right? If I risk anything, it's gonna be anywhere between 500 to maybe 1,000. And that's 1,000 is really a bit too much. But my cap will be, if I lose $1,000 of this profit, cool, lock your account. Or cool, on my personal side, close your account, go work out, go do something, get out the office, whatever that looks like for you, right? But I just wanted to show y'all, look at the volume that's coming. And then another thing, let me see if I can go to the 15. let's see. It might not let me go back that far on the 15, but what we're gonna see as well is gonna be a lot of opportunities to. It's really gonna be a lot of opportunities to. I'm just gonna to like a blank part. There's gonna be a lot of opportunities to buy and sell. As far as like, let's say you make a mistake. Let's say you get the first move wrong. The market is gonna recover and give you opportunity to correct yourself. So the same way, let's say this sell breakout happened right here. Let's say you for some reason either you got wicked out on this sell entry. Your entry was at 24,418. You got wicked out. Let's say honestly, let's say you don't even get wicked out. Let's say boom, the sales happen. Boom, you TP too early. That's okay because the pullback is about to happen. Hence, aka the main retest before it actually dumps the market. Right. So you got this entry right here. This is one trade. This is two trades off the pullback. And then you got a continuation trade that's going to go with the move. This is three different opportunities. 2,000 pips here, 2,000 pips here, 2,000 pips here. And then this is all before, like this is between 9 to 11. 9 to 11 is when this setup is happening. Then after that, if you wait to the PM session between 1 to 2, there's going to be, it might be a little choppy. It ain't going to be choppy, but it's going to be like around, not 1 to 2, a lot. Between 12, we're going to start seeing signs that the market is about to start reversing. And then at 12 o'clock, between 1 to 2, is when the next push is going to come. And then there's going to be another fourth opportunity trade. So what I'm saying this is for me personally, I let it get done early in the day. Cool, I'm done. I'm not even thinking about it. But for my people that say you missed this trade right here, you missed this trade right here, you're in meetings at work, for some reason you woke up late, you're not feeling good, and you decide to come back around 1 to 2 p.m., there's typically another setup that's coming during this time where you can execute. Right. So keep that in mind. That's like my little kind of mini nuggets I can give y'all going into this year. Ranges. So one, let me come back out the camera again. I think I'm gonna end it here. I still got it. I'm gonna do a longer video for my academy students, going over everything, all my strategies and stuff. So if you want to get in the academy, you can. Just head to the website in a row. But for you guys, one, let's recap. First, ranges will be 2,000. Let me rephrase this: 1,200 to 2,500 pip moves when it's going with the trend. Right. So let's start there. Two, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to catch trades both ways if you choose to. Me personally, I'm kind of getting more mature for my trades. I'm looking for more quality setups during New York. Tokyo is a whole other thing. I just realized I didn't even talk about Tokyo, but this is just specifically for New York right now. New York, literally, you have opportunities, 2 to 3 opportunities between 9 to 11, 9 to 10:30, because you should already be in your trade by 11. 11 should already be smacking your TP or you're deep in profit. That's the goal. If you miss all that window, wait until 1 to 2 for the next volume push to come in on their charts. Another nugget, my students probably gonna be mad I'm giving you all this game right now, but it's only gonna be a handful of people that actually watch this full video and actually use what I'm saying. So it really doesn't even matter. Right. Another nugget I'm gonna give y'all. If there is news coming out at 9:30, 9:45, 8:30, if you want a more cleaner, high probability setup, wait until 10 a.m. Let that 10 a.m. news drop. Let all the 10 a.m. news drop. The market is either going to react between 10:15 and 10:30, or it's going to delay and it's not going to market not going to actually react until 11 o'clock, and that's when we're going to see the volume. There's like it average goes either way. Depending on the news, some news, you might get an indicator or a signal that lets you know that the market at 9:45, you're gonna get that first alert that's gonna confirm, okay, bet this should be the direction that the news is going in. And so far, the strategy I've been using, that 9:45 indication I look for, has been playing out better. And I take an early entry, sniper, news drop, boom, I'm straight, green. Now, there's other times where I've noticed too, and I don't, sometimes, depending on how far I don't rush certain news, I wait till the news come out. News drop at 10 and there's not an immediate reaction, or it starts getting slow and choppy, bet. Just know the market is going to get choppy. Do not rush. Either wait until those other time frames that I gave y'all, or just wait literally until 11 o'clock, and then you're going to see the market moving. There's been too many times where I can't even talk about like challenges, even like challenges and combines that I've lost. So like obviously I'm not going to be here like, oh, I wanted every combine. No, I have lost some challenges. I have lost some combines, right? I even lost some stress accounts, but I'm able to get them back so fast that it doesn't matter. And that's the goal that I want to get you guys to, where it's like you pass them so fast or you're passing them enough that if you lose a combine or a challenge, it doesn't matter because you know your strategy works. But I've lost so many challenges and combines because I be disciplined. I went to 10, let all the news drop. How many times, right? And I'm asking this question, but I'm telling you from my experience. There's been a couple of times, right, where choppiness, I get stopped out. Let's say I lose the challenge. Let's say I lose the combo. I get stopped out. The next hour, the next 30 minutes, it'll be like 11 o'clock, 11:15. The mood that I wanted played out perfectly. Like once the same alert that I looked for around 10 when the news dropped, 11 a.m. the same cell came. It was way more cleaner, right? So that's my little gems for y'all. If it's choppy, like I said, 11. If it's not, wait 10 a.m. news. You get the alert that you're looking for, take the trade. If you're in my center chat, y'all can get the alerts obviously in real time because I'm gonna be dropping it off for y'all. But I think that's it. I think this was a pretty cool first video back. I'm excited to be back, man. I have some updates. First of all, I need to update y'all about the crib. I didn't even give you the updates about that, but I'll just put that in the vlog or something. Like I said, this video, we getting straight to the point, no fluff. Gave you all the mini nuggets or all the main for real nuggets that you need. Like you don't really need to watch no other YouTube video besides my higher high, higher low training video. Make this year be the year that you lock in on one mentor, you lock in with 2 to 3 strategies, but really I want to say 1 or 2 strategies because I want y'all to jump in between strategies, but obviously different strategies for different market conditions, right? But make this be the year that you really lock in, be focused, tighten up. All my students, make this be the year that you actually pay attention and study all the training videos that's about to be coming on weekly or every 2 weeks, however I decide to do it this year. Oh man, it's about to be a good one. It's about to be a good one. I got a couple of things I'm gonna announce later on in the year as it gets started. It's the reason why I took like a hiatus, why I haven't been posting, why I just been like kind of like on a soul journey, just focused on myself. So that way, when I do pop out, that way when I do pop back out on social media or just on YouTube in general, y'all getting an even better product than what y'all got the first time, right? And I'm not even just talking about from the Trading Academy. I'm just talking about even from me myself. So I'm gonna end this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you haven't already. Sub if you're new here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.